No one will ever tell me what to do. I live a life of freedom because I don't care what regulations come out in this country. I don't care what they try to do. You can't tell me what to do. I'm the king. The man behind that proclamation is Jeremiah. He calls himself the Bull. When this starts, he's around 24, living in Utah, and he wants to make money, piles of it. Around 2019, he lands on what he thinks is the perfect blueprint. Become an alpha male influencer, and if the opportunity presents itself, maybe squeeze some extra cash out of people along the way. He launches a YouTube channel. He floods Instagram with inspirational lines and sweaty gym shots. On his TikTok profile, he plants Christ is King at the top. The package is deliberate. He leans hard into the alpha male persona so no one misses it. Average is the problem. That's the problem. That's what I'm trying to get everyone to understand is being average, choosing to be mediocre. That's the problem. There's nothing illegal about an alpha bro yelling hustle and grind. The criminal part shows up next. Jeremiah starts a company and calls it Alpha Influence. The pitch is simple. Alpha Influence sells fully automated Amazon dropshipping stores. For $40,000, you can invest and become the manager of your own Amazon dropshipping store. Start a business where you have unlimited income. It makes people's eyes go wide. The hitch? Most people don't have 40 grand lying around to buy a promise. So Jeremiah introduces a workaround, a $4,000 down payment, and his company will hand you a script detailing the best way to apply for multiple credit cards to cover the rest. It sounds predatory and reckless, but he offers it anyway. He pushes the pitch to his online audience and to the people around him, friends, family, acquaintances, anyone who will listen. He tells them they'll see a return within 12 to 18 months. Everyone's going to be rich, he says. No one will miss out. But there's a problem. He lies to clients about how much his business has made and how long it has existed. He trots out testimonials and success stories to prove the system works, but he's bluffing, telling people what they want to hear. Despite that, people buy it. The fire hose of confidence works. Before long, he has hundreds of investors signed up with Alpha Influence, and the money starts flowing fast. To this day, 1 year ago, August 1st, 2020, we have done $12 million in sales. $12 million. I just bought a Lamborghini. Everything accelerates from there. He doesn't just make money, he makes sure everyone knows it. He treats his social feeds like billboards for success. The Lamborghini gets paraded around. He zips across water on a jet ski. He flashes a new watch. He poses with a private plane, then another. You have to treat yourself along the way. You have to spend money on yourself to actually validate yourself. In his world, the spending is part of the brand. The display becomes a sales tactic. If he's rich, you can be rich like him. If you follow him, buy from him, trust him. That's the posture. He keeps recording clips about the hustle and the money. I don't care what anyone says. When you have a Lamborghini, it gets more views, it gets more likes, it gets more comments. And that's not even why I bought it. I bought it just because I wanted it. For the next couple of years, he floods the internet with motivational content about how to win, how to grind, how to cash out. Anyone who ever saw a course or selling a course the sentence trails off, but the attitude is clear. He puts on workshops, jumps on podcasts, lands speaking engagements. Any platform that amplifies the message that he's the alpha and you can be too is worth his time. The world wants you to think that being an alpha is wrong, that it's toxic. The world wants you to think that being an alpha is douchy. The cadence is predictable. Challenge the haters, reframe critique as jealousy, sell the solution. And to his credit, he is rolling in money. He's vacuumed up a ton of cash from people who bought Amazon dropshipping stores through his company. He has salesmen working under him, the classic pyramid of hype with him at the top. And I'm 26 years old, and at this point, I own 7 businesses. That line lands with the swagger it's meant to carry. He starts living a life designed to be envied. He takes the top performers on his sales team to luxury events and vacations and makes sure it looks exclusive. Private Airbnbs, private beaches, yacht trips. He'll rent a private jet just to pop over to Vegas and party. It's the curated fantasy of financial freedom on tap, all tied back to Alpha Influence and the supposed opportunity it sells. Then in 2022, he launches something that feels like the final boss of Alpha branding, a motivational convention called AlphaCon. Promotional materials put Jeremiah the Bull at the center. The event is held in Salt Lake City, and it's pitched as a gathering for alpha males where they'll teach you how to be as manly and successful as they are. They'll try to sell you some things while they're at it. AlphaCon is a business conference made for you to help blow up your business in 2022. And you know what? It is about being an alpha. The title doesn't pretend otherwise. AlphaCon is exactly what it sounds like. A convention packed with Jeremiah and other alpha bros flexing on stage and trying to sell courses and add-ons to the already convinced. It's an echo chamber of hustle where every sentence ends in a price tag. I would not do that because I could have bought a really cool watch instead for 200 grand. The bravado is the product, and the product is the bravado. Whether attendees get anything actionable out of it is beside the point. The goal is to keep the funnel wide open and the belief suspended. As an avenue for transformation, AlphaCon doesn't appear to change lives. As a funnel for selling more to people willing to be sold to, it gets the job done. By now, Jeremiah is very rich, and on the surface, everything is clicking. Deals are flowing, content is rolling, and the brand is premium. But beneath the glossy finish, problems are stacking up. By this stage, he's been doing a lot of scamming through the Amazon dropshipping store scheme tied to Alpha Influence. The numbers tell the story. He has scammed $20 million from around 530 clients. It's a massive pool of people, and cracks start spreading. Also, in 2022, customers of Alpha Influence, the ones who paid for those automated Amazon dropshipping stores, begin to realize that what Jeremiah is pushing is all surface. Jeremiah is making money, but most of his customers made a little back or no money at all because what he sold them was nonsense. Even worse, Amazon adjusts its policies and starts shutting down stores that violate rules about dropshipping. Suddenly, many of these purchase stores get clipped. The clients who bought in watch their accounts disappear, and their supposed automated income evaporates. The reaction is predictable. People are furious. They've poured money, often borrowed, often stacked onto credit cards, into a dream that short-circuited. When the complaints start arriving, Jeremiah doesn't troubleshoot or make amends. He goes dark and ghosts them. Refunds don't appear. Explanations are thin or non-existent. The frustration hardens into formal reports. At least 51 complaints land with Utah's Division of Consumer Protection, kicking the situation out of the influencer arena and into a regulator's hands. From there, it escalates. At some point, the FBI gets involved and opens an investigation into what Alpha Influence has been doing and how the money moved. It doesn't take a motivational speech to conclude that the setup looks like a scam, and that's what investigators ultimately determine. Once the case is assembled, the consequences come quickly. They arrest him. There isn't a mugshot in the public parade of images, but he had posed holding a sales award, the kind of thing he once flashed proudly while the money rushed in. Now, the context looks different. He pleads guilty to securities fraud and money laundering. The alpha posturing, the private flights, the fancy cars, none of it stops the math from getting done in a courtroom. The sentence lands, 8 years in prison. For the clients left sifting through credit card bills and shuttered accounts, there's no montage of victory. There's just the aftermath of a sales pitch that promised unlimited income and delivered debt and silence. For Jeremiah, the King Act ends not with one more keynote, but with time behind bars. It's a classic arc. Big talk, fast money, louder talk, bigger purchases, and then the inevitable accounting. The bravado that sounded fearless, "You can't tell me what to do, I'm the king," meets a system that can tell you what to do when you lie, mislead, and siphon millions under the cover of motivation. For a while, he built a machine that looked unstoppable. He had the quotes, the cars, the stages, the team. He even had a convention named after the identity he sold. And then the reckoning arrived. Slow at first, and then all at once. If there's a lesson on the other side, it's not a new one. When someone insists that average is the enemy and that all you have to do is buy into their system to avoid it, ask who benefits. When the proof of success is luxury purchases and viral posts, Remember, those are props designed to keep the show going. And when the fine print includes credit card scripts to get you deeper into a program promising unlimited income, step back. Hype doesn't equal truth. Persona doesn't equal proof. And a Lamborghini doesn't equal a return on your investment. Thanks for listening. If you want more stories like this, like The Source, and subscribe for more videos like this.